Hello and salute everybody. Welcome back to Chatting with Nicole. If you have not subscribed, I want to encourage you to subscribe right now. Share this video, like, and also check out the rest of the videos. Thank you very much for being here. Um, I hope you are doing well. I don't know what day you're going to be watching this, but it's Sunday afternoon. I just want to let you know that I am so grateful that you are here with me. I am so grateful for our lives today. So wherever you are, whatever is going on, I pray that you are just as grateful because as long as we are breathing, there is a chance for things to get better. If you're going through something, just know that you are not alone. It will get better. All right. So I am grateful that you're watching me right now. Um, I wanted to do this last night, but I couldn't do it. So I wanted to do this. I actually have two subject. Two topics, subject and topics I want to talk to you today about. The first thing is in the form of a question. Have you been left at the altar? You know what I mean is you are ready, you are about to get married, and then the groom was nowhere to be found, or the bride was nowhere to be found. Has that ever happened to you before? We see it a lot in the movies. We see it a lot in the shows, and we can see that the groom always left at the altar, or the bride always, or the runaway brides. We hear and we see that a lot in the movies, and I have never seen it in real life until now. And it dawned to me that this is actually something serious. So I don't know about getting left at the altar, but I know if it happened yesterday, it happened before. So I am asking you, have you ever been left at the altar, whether as a groom or as a bride? Think about it. Well, you probably don't even have to think about it. So, and I know that this may be rarely be happening, but it could also be, I think the most of the ones that we may see might be the one that, before the wedding, the person broke up with you, or you got engaged. And before you get to the altar, they actually broke up with you before that. That is less embarrassment, less embarrassing, right? If they cut it off, if they just like, no, it's not happening before you get to the altar, I think that's the easiest one, right? And most of us will say that we experienced that. It may not be engagement to the engagement level, but as a girlfriend, boyfriend, we've seen a lot of breakups in our lives. And I know a lot of you right now are going through that. Yeah, somebody broke out when it broke my heart, which is the norm, which is most popular that happens in our lives. But to be left at the altar, like I said, this is first for me, and first that I've seen. And let me clarify, it's not me. I wasn't the one who was left at the altar. If I was the one, you will have all the details, or you will know. But it wasn't me that was left. But it's the first time that I have seen it physically and in reality, in real life. And I just wanted to come here and give you the advice that I have gave. And I wanted you to think about it for a second, because um right now, if you're going through this, somebody left you at the altar, whether you're a bride or groom, like I said, you may not even want to hear from what I'm saying, because you are hurt, you are devastated. You don't even want to hear. And somebody broke an engagement, you don't want to hear it because you are so broken, you are so hurt. Um, and or somebody broke up with you as a girlfriend and boyfriend. I think that's even easier than being a fiance, because at fiance level, you already say, yeah, I will marry you, and you're already planning everything, and worse yet, at the altar. So I do understand that you may be saying it's easier than say it easier say than done. But I just want to tell you that if you're going through a breakup right now, if your boyfriend just broke out with you, if your fiance just broke the engagement, if you just got left at the altar, whether as a bride or groom, I want to make sure it's not just one-sided. I am here to tell you that no matter how you're feeling right now, I want you to get up and shake it off. I want you to know that there is a reason for that. I want you to know that there is a reason for that. I want you to know that it's not the end of the world. It is not. You know why I'm telling you this? Because I hear so many times, I meet people who are in a marriage, successful marriages, 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, and they'll tell you that I was engaged to marry to this man. He broke it up with me. I was engaged. This person left me at the altar. And now they are thanking these people for leaving them at the altar. They are thanking this man for breaking up with them because now they found that this man that I've been married to for 40, 50, 30 years, 20 years, I am happier because these are the men that I was supposed to marry. And I know, like I said, it's difficult to understand what I'm saying. But I want you to know, if you're broken up with somebody broke up with you, or you broke it up with somebody, it's going to be a different story, right? But somebody broke up with you, left you at the altar, broke your engagement. I want you to shake it off. I want you not to think that it is not it is not the end of the world. I promise you. There is a reason for it. There is a reason for this. It could be because this man, it is not meant for you. It could be that the time is not right. Because the reason why I said time is not right is because there are people who break up and get back together. Some people who break up, break the engagement, and then get married later. Even in the marriages, sometimes it breaks up and they get remarried again. So it could be that this person is not for you and God has other plans for you. It could be that the timing is not right. It could just be that this person, it is just wrong for you. It is not the person that is supposed to be in your life. So I want to encourage you that if you're going through this right now, you're going through a breakup, somebody just ditched you. You put in all your time and effort and energy, years you spent thinking that this is going to be your ever your husband forever, and this happened. I want you, I ask you to please shake it off and get on your knees and pray and thank God for that, because there's a reason. Because you know what, guys? When we get into weddings and marriages and relationships, most of the time we don't pray for it. We don't pray for it. We don't ask God, is this person mine? Is this person you created for me? Is this man the right man for me? We just look at the physical. We just look at the pocket. We just look at the material stuff and we jump in it. And our heart is beating so hard and we say we are in love and we think that this is the right person. But this person may not be the right person for us because we are not thinking right. We are using our heart and not thinking our mind, and we're not putting God in it. God is not involved in our selection of our husband or our wives to be. So what I'm suggesting is, if you're going through this right now, I want you to get on your knees and thank God for removing this person out of your life, but letting him know, if you thank him for removing this person, if this person was not yours to begin with, and to thank him for bringing him back, if this person is really truly meant for you. Because no matter what, it could be that demon, Satan, it could be enemies, it could be another woman, it could be something that is playing, being involved in this relationship. Tell him, if this man is he is for you, he should bring him back. You should let him take control of that. But tell him, if it's truly not yours, this man that I was about to marry is not your man for me, take him away and bring me the one that is indeed my husband. So I know it is hard to do, but I promise you, that's the only way we can do this. That's the only way you can get out of it. And I promise you, if you do that, God will take care of it. If this man needs to come back, he will bring him back if it is yours. And if it's the man, it didn't belong to you anyway, shouldn't have even been, he will take care of him. He will be gone, but he will bring you the right man. So I want you to think about that. And those of you who have not been left at the altar yet, or your engagement have not been broken, or have not broken up with, the man that you are with right now, if you have not prayed for this man or woman that you are with, if you have not let God chosen this man for you, I want to encourage you to get on your knees and pray to God and ask him, this man that I started seeing, this man that I'm talking to, this man who I just meet, is it your man for me? If he is your man, help me, give me the love, the compassion, the wisdom, the patience, you know, whatever it is that you need to know that, so that to make sure that this goes the way it's supposed to go, to give you the love, the patience, all that you need to recognize it, and do the same for both of you and help you get through. You want him to bless this relationship, but you also want to genuinely pray that, man, this guy, God, this man that I just met, if this man is not yours in my life, I don't want him. Remove him out of my life. Genuinely pray, honestly pray this prayer. If this man is not his for you, honestly pray that to take him out of your life. Because you don't want to get in a relationship with somebody and at the end of the day, he's going to leave you at the altar, or he's going to ask you to marry him, or you're going to accept to marry him and then he disappeared, whether it's the woman or the man. So pray that if it's not his, so that you don't even have to waste a year, 6 months, 2 years in a relationship that is not meant to be for you anyway. You know what I mean? So start your relationships with God in it. Do not always focus on the physical. Do not always focus on the pocket, the bank account. Do not always focus on the material stuff, but focus on God's will for you, God's will for us. I think if we do it this way, and the person walked out at the altar, left us at the altar, or broke the engagement, it's going to be less painful, because we genuinely pray that, Lord, if this man is not mine, I don't want to marry him. If this man is not mine, I don't want him in my life. I want the man that you brought in my life. If we genuinely pray like that, then if something it takes them out of our lives, it's gonna be easier to manage because we trusted God to take care of it. I promise you. So I just want to encourage anyone, or if you know anyone who's going through a breakup, I want you to share this video with them. I want you to tell them that, you know what, there is a reason. If you did not pray, I want you to pray now. And if you did pray, there is a reason this happened. But do not start a relationship without putting it in God's hands. I cannot tell you how many times, even if I just met somebody, not a relationship, just meeting somebody, exchanging phone numbers, I still pray, because the devil brings people in our lives as well as God brings people in our lives. So when we pray in the morning before we start anything, when we pray, God will separate those people, the one from the devil, the one from him. He will let us know which one is from him. It will help us understand and determine which relationship should be and should not if we submit everything in his hands. So relationships, I just want to encourage all of us as we're getting, I know it's not easy. We are trying. And we are trying. We want to put ourselves out there because years is passing and we are alone and we just jump on whatever the next person that we meet. I want to encourage you, whenever somebody comes in your life, no matter how hard your heart is pounding, no matter how handsome he looks, no matter how rich he looks, no matter how he looks, I want to encourage you to pray about it. Submit it in God's hands and let him lead you. Let him tell you, yes, he is. And let him generally tell him, if he's not, I don't want him. And be honest about it and submit it in God's hand. Let God start choosing our wives and husbands for it, leading us, helping us choose when we are coming into this relationship. That's my encouragement. I know I did this before, and some of you told me that, God does not choose a wife or husband anymore. I promise you he does. And I share examples with you last time. So when I see this, that advice, and literally this happened, this person did not pray. This person didn't pray about anything about her relationship. So now, I pray that, what I said is going to register. She's going to start now. She's going to start differently now. To start differently. And I told her, if you really pray and this is yours, God will bring him back. God will bring him back. So I just want to encourage you for you to, be encouraged. It is not the end of the world if you've been left at the altar, if your engagement had just broken, if your boyfriend you just met and you were so much in love just broke out with you. It is not the end of the world, I promise you. Just get on your knees and pray, and God will help you. He will help you. He will either permanently remove him out of your life because he doesn't belong in your life, or he will bring him back if it is yours. So those of you who have lost a loved ones, I mean, the person you thought you were going to marry, and they disappeared, and then something happened, they broke your heart, be happy because they didn't mean to be in your life. And hear about people. Know that you're going to be married to the right person who belongs to you, who's supposed to be in your life. And I promise you, one day, you're going to be thanking this man who ditched you, this man who left you at the altar. I promise you, one day, you're going to be thanking him for leaving you at the altar. All right? So, like I said, it's not easy if you're going through it right now. But I promise you, if you just follow this, if you just, stay encouraged, it will be all right. All right. So thank you very much for listening to me. I want you to share this with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and also check out the rest of the videos. Stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.